here's a damn sight better than in Fort Joy, eh?
Ifan tips his fingers.
Bless and protect your humble servant.
A dwarf stands by a young woman. He seems intensely focused on her, whispering and singing softly in her ear. She's staring blankly into space.
Blood and bone, fire and smoke, death and worse.
Hush now, Leia. They'll not hurt you again. You're safe now. Once Gareth gets back, we're going home. You'll see. He'll be fine.
The woman rubs her neck, raking her nails across her skin as she whimpers.
Bless and protect your humble servant.
The dwarf starts at the sound of your voice, gripping the woman's arm for a moment before he relaxes.
New faces. Hope you aren't bushwhacked by the Magisters too. As for her neck, she's remembering the damnable source colour she once wore. Same style as yours. Lucky for us, she had the skills to remove them. There's many a sorcerer that's been freed thanks to her.
The woman's eyes dart to your own neck.
Choke us. They strangle us, steal our voices.
Please, Armada, bless and protect your humble servant.
She averts her eyes, staring at the ground.
You'll have more luck getting Dallas to unlock them. The poor girl's not in her best mind without Gareth. Sorry, friend, I'm as powerless here as you are. I've not got her power. Best I can do is hum a tune and try to keep her still. Gareth's the only one that brings her out of herself. Without him, she's... well...
Duggan lays his hand on her shoulder, squeezing it tight as tears roll down her cheeks.
Now that's a kindness. Thank you, friend.
A dwarf stands by a young woman.
Blood and bone.
Hush now, Leia. Once Gareth gets...
The woman rubs her neck, raking her nails across her skin as she whimpers. The dwarf starts at the sound of your voice.
New faces. Hope you aren't bushwhacked by the Magisters. This one's seen a lot today.
Howling dogs.
He puts his arm around her as she starts to...
She's... if we didn't need her to remove Urda's collar, she'd be safe somewhere far from here. And now the rescue's scuppered. It were all for nothing. What do you think, Leia? Can you help?
She averts her eyes, staring at the ground.
You'll have more luck getting Dallas to unlock them. The poor girl's not in her best mind without Gareth. I wish, friend, but there ain't nothing you can do, and there ain't nothing I can do. Gareth's the only one that brings her out of herself.
Duggan lays his hand on her shoulder, squeezing it tight as tears roll down her cheeks.
Now that's a kindness. Wished, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds
A
are
young man in oversized armor paces around a table covered with a spread of maps, his face a tight scowl of frustration.
Every approach blocked. Damn it! What good are battle tactics against those things, anyway?
He glances up. In quick succession, he becomes aware of both your presence and the fact that you're not a familiar face.
Who the blazes are you? A sorcerer, indeed. I should have realized. A seeker can always recognize a sorcerer when they see one.
The young man anxiously fidgets with his curved bow. You've found a matter close to his heart.
That's easier said than done, I'm afraid. The Magisters have us cornered. They have these weapons called Shriekers. If we try to go against them unprepared, we're dead. We've lost many already. There's weapons, ancient devices that can counter those things. Our leader, Sir Gareth, set out to find them so we could break the Magister blockade and escape this island. But he hasn't returned. If Sir Gareth doesn't come back with those weapons in tow, well, this island will be our grave. Sir Gareth? He's the finest seeker I know. I'm honored to serve as his squire. He wouldn't let us down. Not unless something's gone horribly wrong.
The young man throws a furtive glance towards the shrine looming out of the water nearby, then leans in to whisper.
The masked priestess, Gratiana. She gave us shelter here and told Sir Gareth how to stop the Shriekers. But she unnerves me. Speak to her if you wish. She may know more. You'll help us?
His shoulders visibly relax, the weighty armor upon them settling with a clink.
Thank you. Allies are in short supply in this place. If you help us, I promise we'll get you as far away from this place as possible. Please ask. Whatever helps. We came to free an elf called Verdus from Fort Joy. He was a godwoken. He could have been the next divine, but we failed him.
So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
None. He set out to find those source weapons, and that's the last we saw of him. The Magister flagship, the Lady Vengeance, she's anchored at the old harbour. Once the way is clear, we're to take her and get the hell out of here.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Please abide. Bless and protect your humble servant.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us,
Smoke and
you're safe in
screams.
bed.
Echoes
So
of death.
close your sweet eyes and rest your
Gareth.
wee head.
Please come back.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, we're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Please, Amadi, bless and protect your humble servant.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death. Gareth,
Please, Amadi,
please
bless
come back.
and protect your humble servant. Please, Amadi,
Wisht, bonny bairn, now
and
don't you
protect
cry.
your humble servant.
The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed.
Smoke and screams,
So close your sweet
Echoes
eyes
of death.
and rest your wee head.
Gareth, please come back.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky.
Smoke and screams,
The seven watch
Echoes
o'er
of
us,
death.
you're safe in bed.
Gareth,
So close your sweet
Please come back.
eyes and rest your wee head.
Please, Amadi, bless and protect your humble servant.
smoke and screams, echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Please, Amadi, bless and protect your humble servant.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, we're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
A dwarf stands by a young...
Blood and
Hush now, Leia. Once Garlic.
The woman rubs her neck, raking her nails across her skin as she whimpers. The dwarf starts at the sound of your voice.
New faces. Hope you aren't bushwhacked by the Magisters too. This one's seen a lot today.
howling dogs and men.
He puts his arm around her as she stops.
She's delicate. If we didn't need her to remove Urdus' collar, she'd be safe somewhere far from here. We were part of the caravan headed to Fort Joy. Shiny collars and all. Gareth and the Seekers ambushed the caravan and freed us. But now he's off searching for weapons to take down them shriekers. And all we can do is sit here, thinking.
From fragments to whole. From their past to our future. From their hope to ours.
She ain't detailed, but she ain't wrong. The Godwoken are our hope that a new divine can be born. Someone to replace Lucian and push back them Voidwoken. Someone to restore order and protect the source. I'd speak to Exeter if you want to know more. It won't be no walk in the park, that's for sure. But mind you, it'll be a damn sight easier when we've weapons that can take on them shriekers. The Magisters will tear us to pieces otherwise. If you've the skill to survive out in that marsh, might be that you can. Please, do what you can.
Smoke and flame. Pain and ruin.
Duggan stands over Leia.
There, lass.
Smoke and scream.
Wished, Bonnie Baron, now don't you cry.
Maybe we should fortify this place. Make us
The
stand.
birds are asleep, the
No,
moon's in
no.
the sky.
We don't have the time.
The seven watch
Think,
o'er
damn
us. You're safe in bed.
Gareth would know
So
what to
close
do.
your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
The lizard holds a crimson-soaked rag against his side. He looks up as you approach, his expression oddly serene.
Magisters, they found our camp near the old harbour and unleashed hell upon us. I'm lucky in a way. I was wounded by an arrow. It wasn't just sword and spear the Magisters used on us. No, they had these weapons. Living beings, depleted of source and crucified, pathetic to look at until... the power that they unleashed. There was nothing we could do. Only run. Shriekers they're called. I can still hear that sound they uttered. Makes my scales crawl.
Sir Gareth is looking for a way to defeat them now. Let us hope he finds it.
Rest, Jules.
The lizard holds a crimson-soaked rag against...
Magisters, they found our camp near the old harbour and unleashed hell upon us. It wasn't just sword and...
Sir Gareth is...
The young woman chews her lower lip as she observes the injured before her. She bends to grab a rag, wiping her blood-smeared hands. She looks up and sees you.
If you're looking for healing, sorcerer, well, there's not much I can do. I wouldn't be much of a seeker if I couldn't recognize a sorcerer standing in front of me. There are many sorcerers in the world, but we have to help a special few above all others. Sorcerers with unique talents.
She takes you in and almost smiles.
I suppose we'll see about you. If we ever make it out of here, that is. But before that, I've got the injured to see to. If you know a way, I'd be beyond grateful. A few hours ago, that might have helped. Look at their pallor. Only magic can pull them back from the brink now. Magic? All I've got is my own two hands and...
She trails off and limply gestures to her paltry makeshift infirmary.
I'm not even a healer. Ours was killed in the attack. I'm just a cook. Do what you will. Just don't cause them any more suffering. Matis, let me change your dressing.
You healed me. How did you... Oh, never mind. I don't care how. I only care that today won't be my last.
Focus on your breathing.
I don't remember much. I barely had time to realize the Magisters were attacking before I was injured. The last thing I saw were these things, these shriekers. Those Magisters are gonna pay in blood for what they did to us. If my mother were here, she'd box my ears for not being able to thank you properly. Though I reckon that walloping from the Reds was punishment enough. Take this, at least. It'll have to do. Thank you.
He has cheated death. Thank you, stranger. Matis, the wound is festering. It needs to be changed.
I'm alive!
I'm fine, I swear. See to the others.
Focus on your breathing, Jules. Slow and deep. Matis, the wound is festering. It needs to be changed.
I'm fine, I swear. See to the others.
Healed? I'm healed.
Rest, Jules. Matis, let me change your dressing.
I'm fine, I swear. See to the others.
You were a genius maze builder. Clear of mind, sharp of wit. You built an invisible staircase, useful to those who may find it.
Focus on your breathing, Jules. Slow and deep.
I'm alive! I'm alive!
Matis, let me change your dressing.
I'm fine, I swear. See to the others.
Rest, Jules. Matis, the wound is festering. It needs to be changed.
I'm healed.
I'm fine, I swear. See to the others.
Rest, Jules.
In an instant. My wounds have all but vanished. I didn't think. I was certain I wouldn't. Thank you. The Magister flagship. It has ballast that tore our ship into kindling. A shard from our own mast pierced my side. I'm lucky the others managed to haul me all the way here. Especially after I saw what the Magisters did to those of us they captured.
He shudders at the memory.
They turned the living into shriekers. Crucified wretches that unleash pure destruction on anyone who tries to pass. Nobody survives those things. I wish I had a fitting way to thank the person who saved my life. As it is, all I can offer is, well, it's not much, but maybe you'll find some use for it. Thank you.
Ilyushin's lost.
What?
Stop fidgeting,
Please.
lad.
What?
Matis, let me change your dressing.
I'm fine, I swear. See to the others.
We are fortunate indeed to have you.
Ilyushin's lost. Stop fidgeting, lad.
Healed? I'm healed.
Ilyushin's
Samadel's focus and attention is wholeheartedly devoted to tending Han's leg. Samadel's focus and attention is...
I'm alive! I'm alive!
Ilyushin's locked. Stop fidgeting, lad. Ilyushin's locked. Stop fidgeting, lad.
I feel better.
Healed? I'm healed.
I feel better.
Ilyushin's locked.
I'm
Stop
alive.
fidgeting, lad.
I'm alive!
Water, please. Water.
Healed? I'm healed.
What?
I'm alive!
Please.
I'm alive!
What?
By Lucian's locks, stop fidgeting, lad.
More junk.
Gareth, bless come back and protect your humble servant.
If this is all we have, we're done for.
Wished, bonny bairn.
Gareth,
now don't you cry.
Bless and
The
protect
birds are
your
asleep.
humble
The
servant.
moon's in the sky.
Before you stands a figure, her body wreathed in cloth. All you can see of her eyes are two dark holes in an ornate mask.
Armadia's blessings, child. I have not seen this face in our sanctuary before. Pray, who are you? You seek the same information as Gareth. You stand in the peace of Armadia's love and search for more ways to kill. What creatures we are. I always felt safe in Armadia's presence. But now that the Voidwoken stalk the swamp, on this island, there lies an ancient armory, filled with soul-forged weapons, powerful enough to turn aside any shrieker. Yes, he pestered me for aid. When I finally told him about a cache of Brachus's soul-forged weapons hidden in the marsh, he rushed away to find it. A bold move, but ill-advised. Unless he returns with weapons enough, I fear none of these seekers will leave this island with air in their lungs. He set off north, to the ruins of Brachus's source armory, but there is no way to know what he found there, even if he survived the swamps. Walk ever in Armadia's grace, child.
The birds are asleep. The moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us. You're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
If I had a forge, I could do something. Maybe. Martha's axe looks serviceable.
Wished, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep.
Smoke and
The moon's
screams.
in the sky.
Echoes of death.
The seven watch o'er us. You're
Gareth.
safe in bed.
Please come back.
So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
If I had a forge, I could do something.
screams, echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Maybe we should fortify this place. Make a stand.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry.
We don't have the time.
The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So
Please,
close your
Armada,
sweet eyes
bless
and rest
and
your wee
protect
head.
your humble servant.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch
Please,
o'er
Armada,
us, you're safe
bless
in bed.
and protect your
So
humble
close your
servant.
sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams,
Please,
echoes
Armada,
of death.
bless and protect your humble servant.
Please come back.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Please, Armada, bless and protect your humble servant.
Make a stand. No, we don't have the time. Bring me down.
Smoke and screams,
Gareth,
echoes of death. Gareth, please
Wisht,
come
bonny
back.
bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Please, Armadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Wished, bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch
Please,
o'er us,
Armadia,
you're safe
bless
in bed.
and protect your humble servant.
So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Please, Armadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
I am your death. I take your all. I am your last breath. I shall take your soul.
none.
Glory is mine.
What strange witchery is this?